Good morning, good morning. It's been a little while, huh? Well, before we begin, of course, you already know how I play. If you can hit that subscribe button, I greatly appreciate it. Trying to bang over 200. I'm about like 190 now. So, you know, I do these videos just because I like running my mouth, and if somebody can take something from any of this stuff, then so be it. Two things I wanted to discuss today. Not gonna be too long. First thing, a friend of mine that I know is very, I'm pretty close with, who I train with, he basically tells me that he's having problems with dating. He's like trying to get these females to get, like, you know, get their attention and take them out and all this other stuff, and he's like, he can barely even get a response online. And when he does, it's like hard to tell if the female's even interested in him or anything like that. Man, that's a tough one, man, because when I was doing the dating thing, like social media was like non-existent. Like it's weird now because, like, yo, if you really think about it, the average female on Instagram or something like that probably has like 30,000 guys a day, like, trying to get her attention online. And if you really consider the odds when it comes to that, like back then when we were young, before social media was even out like that, really, I mean, you had stuff like MySpace, and then you had stuff like Black Planet and those type things, but it wasn't really, majority of people didn't have it. So it wasn't like, you know, everybody and their mother definitely has a Facebook, or excuse me, a MySpace page and Black Planet at one point. And it wasn't heavily, like, people weren't on it as much either. So, like, and you didn't have all those cool functions you have now too, where you can just like take a selfie and send it right to your internet, and people are liking it and give you all kinds of thumbs up and stuff, and showing you that they actually looked at it. But now it's like, man, like, yo, somebody could just literally go out and do a dinner or something like that, have a dinner, take a picture of their food, put it online, now 30,000 people are looking at it if they got enough followers. And it's always going to be easier for females to get attention, who of course are attractive, than it is for men. So that's just the way it goes. You know, it's a tough one, man. I told him, you know, you basically gotta just, you know, keep your head up, man, and just keep going for it, man. I told him also suggested switching venues too, like, yo, just, you know, going at them online really probably isn't the best way to go after their attention. But yeah, it's different now, man, because, like, you know, you gotta do all this other shit. From what he was telling me, you gotta do all this other shit to get their attention, and then when you do, it's hard to even realize if they even like you. You know, it's basically they're being bombarded with so much attention constantly, they're used to it. So it's like it's nothing, you know, and that's a tough feeling, man. It really is. And I have to say, you know, to him, I just told him, yo, switch venues, man. You might have to do some shit like a wine tasting festival or something like that, or you might have to go to like a like one of those events, you know, where women are older and shit, and like, yo, they're not from that era. Because, man, it is, I honestly don't have an answer for that. It's fucking hard. You know, you gotta keep getting bombarded with, you know, no's, or it being ignored and shit, having to constantly keep trying, and like, yo, it's difficult, man. But it's not one of them things that can't be done, you know. Of course, we live in an age of information now, so you can probably jump right online and find different ways to do so. So yeah, that's basically what I told him, man. That's pretty much what I got to say about that. It's a whole different ball game now. Next thing I wanted to talk about was the Sandra Blands footage. I think there was only like 45 seconds of footage, which got held for about 2 years, which is very suspicious, of course. They held that footage for that long, and the footage in no way ever leaked. But they were saying that, you know, well, she basically was saying on the footage that she was being apprehended for a minor infraction, and then the police officer or race soldier, he forced her to take her turn her cell phone off and try to put it down or something like that, and she insisted on recording, which, you know, I'm not sure. She filmed it in the middle of it, so I didn't see what happened beforehand, but it looked like, to me, it was like a minor traffic violation. For some reason, she had a fucking taser pulled on her, which made no sense. You got a taser pulled on you for a stupid ass traffic violation. No matter what the fuck the person says, or there's really no reason to pull out a goddamn taser on somebody for some shit like that. That's just absurd. So yeah, that shit bothered me, man. You know, there's definitely some underlying nonsense that was going on. I highly doubt she committed suicide. From what I had read at one point, she was involved in some kind of community activist thing too. So that could very well have had something to do with it. So it's a lot of gray areas and stuff. Like, you never know what's gonna happen when you get stopped by a police officer when you're a black person anyway. You could be treated fairly, or you could very much be treated wrong. It's a toss-up. So what do you guys think about that footage? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'd be more than happy to go ahead and talk to you in the comment section, maybe do another video about something else. If you got any suggestions, also let me know what you want me to talk about too. But in the meantime, let me go ahead and get in here and punch this clock. Y'all take it easy. Have a nice one.